Hi everybody, Amber Romaniuk from Amber Approved, your leading emotional eating, digestive, and hormone expert. Today I want to talk about how we can get frustrated with our bodies. So an example would be if your body's giving you different symptoms and they don't seem to be going away, or maybe you're getting more different symptoms and it seems like things just keep getting worse and it's more annoying and we get more upset, we get more frustrated. For some people, it may contribute to things like anxiety attacks, panic attacks, different things like that. And I can fully relate because when I was in my early 20s, I had a bunch of really weird symptoms happen. Tingling, my face felt like it was frozen. Very scary things to feel when you're 19, 20 years old. And this made me have a lot of reactions. I was having anxiety issues every day. I was depressed and I was having panic attacks and I was always scared that something bad was going to happen to me. And the mindset that I had was really around all of these things keep happening. What's the next thing I'm going to be? And then I kept getting more symptoms, having more things happen, and it made me more upset, more depressed. And again, I was having those anxiety attacks every day, and it was like my chest was heavy and it was hard to breathe properly, and I was just so panicked that at such a young age I could have so much going on. So I want to share that example with you because I think it's important to connect things like that to looking back and going, okay, wow, yes, the symptoms were definitely scary, but to get frustrated and angry and hate my body and to panic caused essentially the symptoms to get worse for me, it seemed, because it was like when I started to get a symptom, I would panic or get angry or frustrated, and then, wow, the anxiety would get worse. The symptoms would get worse. So my mental, emotional reaction definitely was contributing to that. Looking at now, if for some reason I get a symptom with something, I really, really, really try to be more neutral or to have just a minimal response. Like, okay, my body's talking to me. What's going on? Why might this be happening? And then I, look back on my last few days or week and see maybe what would have contributed to this. Is there something that I ate? Is there inflammation going on? Right now I'm detoxing from heavy metals, so I'm having some interesting symptoms. But again, it's to try to give my body the comfort and support rather than get frustrated, get the anxiety, get panic. I think it's okay if we get some concern coming up, but I think it's important that we really learn how to be mindful of the way we choose to respond and react to the way that our body is talking to us. Because, again, I see this with clients, and if they have symptoms, or prior to us working together and they've had symptoms, and they're already in fear, anger, frustration, reaction mode in the mind, those symptoms, it's like fueling a fire. It just grows and grows, and then we feel overwhelmed and frustrated and scared and upset. And none of those things usually help to calm the body, the mind, the nervous system down. So, where do you see potentially if you have symptoms like bloating or stomach aches or headaches or inflammation or pain, or maybe you're already thinking about eating a food and you're already thinking, wow, I shouldn't be eating this, I'm going to get a stomach ache, and your mind is really reacting before you've even taken it in. Then, of course, you eat it and you have a negative response. So, I think what I'm really getting at here is the more we can become aware of our bodies and go, okay, this is a symptom. My body is talking to me. This gives us information, and then we can choose what we want to do about it. And of course, it takes time to shift this, right? This took me really years to learn how to have a healthy relationship with my body, and with my mind, and trying to be as calm as possible. But it doesn't mean we can't get there. I'm always coaching my clients on how to calm the mind down, to support the body, to listen, to not blame our bodies if they're giving us symptoms or if it seems like something's taking longer than we thought it would to resolve, but to really just be there with it and support and comfort and be kind and gentle to our bodies like we'd be with a best friend, because that's going to help us balance and calm down far more than attacking, accusing, blaming, judging, being angry and frustrated. Those things are only probably going to fuel the symptoms. Food for thought. You're definitely going to want to check out episode 91 of the No Sugarcoating podcast coming out Sunday, because I'm going to be talking a lot more about this subject. And if you can relate and you feel like you're struggling and you're really scared or you're frustrated with your body, physically and emotionally. Maybe you're struggling with emotional eating, whatever it is, I really encourage you to reach out and email me at info@amberapproved.ca and book a 30-minute complimentary consultation where we can talk about these different things and start to explore how to get you freedom and how to build that best friend relationship with you, your body, and your mind. So thank you again for watching. Make sure you subscribe here on my YouTube channel and make sure that you subscribe on iTunes when you're listening to the podcast. Thank you so much. I put out videos on Fridays and again the podcast on Sundays. I will chat with you next week.